Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of our house renovation project. So in the last episode we prepared everything for the next part of the floor slab here in that area, and so now the concrete has a little bit delay, so now we start in the next part of the building, which is called the fieldstone building. So there are some walls to demolish and this is what we want to take care of today. So sit back and enjoy the video. Yeah, of course, I didn't mean exactly the wall you just saw in the intro. It was more or less a wall which was built in front of this actual wall made of fieldstones. You can see it here now. I'm just starting tearing it down, and in Germany we call this an inner shell. So this was the second wall built in front of the original or the outside wall, and with a little bit air between both walls you have some kind of insulation. So this was made 40-50 years ago, and this is totally okay from the insulation value. Sometimes you can see this definitely also in newer houses here in Germany, but here is the problem that this wall is of course grounded on the old part of the floor slab. You can see it a little bit right in the right below corner. And the problem is now that I need to excavate everything 50 centimeters lower, and then it is not possible to keep this wall. So I must build a new wall 50 centimeters earlier, or deeper maybe. And also this wall is only grounded on a little bit of concrete and not so stable. So this was also that we decided to remove it completely, and in the future we will not build a wall out of stones. I think we will use some other possibilities for a proper insulation value of this wall. So the fieldstone wall you can see behind this wall is about 40 to 45 centimeters. So this is a quite big wall, and it's only a little bit on the inside where you need some insulation for the colder days in the winter. So, jetzt versuche ich mal was, aber bitte nicht zu Hause nachmachen, Leute, das könnte gefährlich werden. Yeah, and because it is really hard to work from a ladder with this big demolition hammer you can see on the left, my idea was simply to knock over the wall with this crowbar I am using here. You see, everything is quite loose, but unfortunately at the top there is a wooden beam, and this is the only thing actually keeping the wall in place. Die ganze scheiß Wand ist so einfach nur so, steht da mitten im Raum einfach. Die fällt, ich weiß noch nicht, wenn ich die jetzt umkippe, wo fällt die wohl hin? Ich weiß auch nicht so genau. Wollen wir mal riskieren? My biggest concerns at this point was more or less the difficulty to predict where exactly the wall or how the wall will fall. If you push it that way with a crowbar, so maybe it falls more or less to the right side, maybe it will collapse on itself, who knows. And I never did this before, and this is why I'm really careful here, because one thing is definitely clear: I definitely don't want to get hit by a falling rock or something. Verdammt, ich hätte die oberste Reihe noch abnehmen müssen. Vielleicht mit dem Hammer. Yeah, this is something like use people research. So if you have no idea, simply use a hammer. Yeah? But in this direction and in this angle and stuff, yeah, it's nearly impossible to do something with the hammer. So this was it was a try, but it will not work. Yeah, so what I do here as a strategy with the crowbar is definitely the best one. But yeah, you can see, yeah, it's quite resistant because of the top. Yeah, so the wall is not able to fall because it sticks at the wooden bar at the top. Ja. Hauptsache die knall ich ins Fenster. Tja. Die fällt da oben gleich sowieso auseinander. Frage ist nur, was brauchst du dafür noch? Oh, fick dich doch. Von der anderen Seite. Yeah, and so my next idea was to try it from the other side. You can see the big crack in the wall, and this is the idea. If I'm now able to push it in the other direction, so in the direction to the window, it might be possible that the upper part of the wall will then fall down. Yeah, so this is my idea, and this is what I'm trying here. And you see, okay, in the lower part of the wall it seems to work, but the rest is still stuck at the top. So it's incredible how difficult it is to tear down this wall. Yeah, or from the other direction, how stupid I am doing with it. Yeah. Ja, so sieht's aus. Ja, alle unverletzt geblieben. Ja, man wird auch zum Abrissunternehmer so ein bisschen. Staubt ein bisschen. Ja, guck, wunderbar. Darunter ist ja tatsächlich noch eine Wand. Wer hätte das gedacht? Yeah, but then, yeah, tearing down the wall is the one thing, and the other thing is a big pile of stones you then have to take care of. Yeah, so there are several wheelbarrows needed to get everything out of the building again, to have a little more space to work. And as you can see, there is still, yeah, I would say half of the wall is left. Yeah, so I only teared down the top part of the wall, and the rest is still there, and yeah, also needs to be teared down. But in order to do this, I definitely need a little more space, and this is why you always have to tidy up your space a little. So, sollte die Wand jetzt ja nur noch eine Pflichtübung sein, oder? Das bisschen da. Mal gucken. Yeah, this is often easier said than done. Okay, now I don't be I don't need to be afraid that some stones will hit my head or something like that, because now everything is a little more down below. But the wall will also is not willing to fall. So it needs also quite some work, but now it's a little bit easier. As you can see, now I can do it with my crowbar, and this is working fine. A little tidy up in between, and then stone by stone I can move the wall out of this area of the house. Yeah, and because this worked really nice on the one side, I also will try it on the other. But here we will have the same issue. On the top there is a wooden bar, and this prevents the wall from directly falling. Otherwise it would be quite easy. You see how it is wobbling. It is really impressive. But it stays in place, even if you can move it around several centimeters, at least at the top, So on the ground it is, still stable, and so it will not fall down by itself, So it's more or less the same thing, or the same story like on the other side. I need to work a little bit in the middle to demolish it a little bit, and then hopefully it will also fall like the other side without hurting anybody.
Boah. Willst du eigentlich? Boah, haben wir wieder geklappt, ne? Guck mal, da war mal eine Tür drin. Auch nicht schlecht.
Okay, that worked well. Now I have another big pile of stones on the ground, but it is no issue. One wheelbar after another can be transported out of the building, and so after that I can take care of the rest of the wall. But as you can see, it is more or less the lower part, so this will be much easier to tear down. And just for your information, so I'm transporting all of the stones out of this area, but I will not throw everything automatically away. Some of the stones are demolished, some of them are really in a bad shape, so they will be thrown away, but the rest of the stones I will cleaning up and store them on my property for future usage, because I'm definitely sure I will use the one or the other stone in the future to build something up, and the more you keep, the less you need to buy. And before the day ends, I can start with the last wall here in this room. Starting at the window, this is because I don't need a ladder or something, so I can working from the ground. This is much easier if you have this quite heavy machine. You can handle it definitely better if you're standing with both feet on the ground. And yeah, then I need to check how the wall is built up. You can see there's also an inner and an outer wall, and there's no connection in between. So I can do the same thing like the rest. I can use my crowbar in this case and simply, yeah, destroy it, I would say. So maybe you can recognize that I now have much more training in how to demolish such a wall here in that place. And with this last piece of the wall we will tear down here, we can, yeah, I think we can finish it for today's video. And in the next week we can start directly here in this place to, yeah, demolish the rest of it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was it for today. So today we did not finish the job completely, so there are still some walls standing waiting for demolishing. And yeah, then we can start with digging or excavating out all the earth of this area, because if we are ready with the one part of the floor slab, we will continue with this part of the building. But this we will see in another episode. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you like my videos, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel to don't miss anything in the future. And I would say thank bye for watching, and we see us again in the next video. Bye bye, everybody.